This is going to be my second vlog for TE 150. The demonstration, we decided to change the location from being in the library to being in three different spots around campus that we were all going to go to as a group, so that there'd be more of us so that people could see how big our group was. And the first place was the Rock, and there weren't really a lot of people there to see us demonstrating, so it wasn't really the most effective spot that we probably could have had. Uh, and the second spot was a bridge near the library, and that spot was a little more effective. There were people walking around. Some people actually stopped and asked us questions, and some people read the signs that we were holding. Some people were actually curious about what we were doing. And then the third spot was the International Center. And I think by far that was the best place to do the demonstration, because we were all lined up against the wall, all holding our signs and flipping them back and forth every couple of seconds so people could read both the sides. And we also walked around the whole International Center to show off our signs to everyone so that they could all see. And people started clapping for us, and it felt really great, even though at first, whenever we walked in, I felt really, really awkward doing it. But by the end, I was very comfortable with what I was doing, and I felt like it had some purpose to it. The challenges that I originally described in my first vlog, being the translations, translating things, and having the Japanese students come up with some ideas for their signs, that wasn't nearly as big of a problem as I thought it would be. It was actually fairly easy to communicate with them and try and get their ideas translated into English and then put that on a sign. It wasn't nearly as hard as what I thought it would be. Also, the challenges for me personally, having to make the signs, it also wasn't nearly as hard as I thought it would be. I didn't have to draw anything, and I just had to trace letters, which was pretty easy for me and not hard to mess up. The positive things was we continued to work well as a group. When we didn't understand what the Japanese students were saying, we all stopped what we were doing, and then we tried to help them translate it into English so that it would be easier for them to understand. And also tried to come up with different ways of saying it so that they can understand it better. And I feel like that really worked well, was us all coming together and trying to figure out what they were trying to say. And I think it really made them feel like a part of our group, because we were giving them the same attention that we'd give each other, even though we couldn't always understand what they were saying, which was really nice. The insights into their culture. At the going away party, I actually talked with a couple of them about some of the anime that I watched, specifically Attack on Titan and the Death Note, and I feel like we really bonded over that. And I had started watching some of those because they had talked about them to me before, and so then being able to come back and talk to them about it and make a connection with them was a lot of fun. And I feel like I'm gonna go deeper into anime and see where that goes, because it was actually a lot more interesting than I thought it would be, and a lot more fun to watch. And so I hope that whenever I go to Japan, it'll be something that we can discuss and talk more about. And the advice that I'd give the next TE 150 group is to not treat them like strangers. They want to talk to you, and they always want to talk to you. They might be a little shy at first, but that's just because they're trying to speak a language that they don't know 100%. They feel overwhelmed sometimes, and that's just when you need to take a step back and just slowly work through it with them, and I promise you'll make a lot of good friends with them. All right, bye.